Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's SmackDown review and opinions video. So we're going to start with the match scores because the match scores, I think, maybe paint a bit of a picture that I don't know is being painted, right? So Tiffany against Chelsea, good, 89%. Jacob versus Andrade, great, 69%. Match of the night, no doubt. Santos against LA Knight, good, 94. Braun Strowman against Carmelo, good, 86. The 6 women's tag match, good, 95. And then the triple threat at the end, great, 55. Honestly, I think the best segment was the CM Punk, Drew, Damian, Logan segments. I loved the John Cena. I thought he was about to come out. It turned out to be Logan. Loved that. I think that's the best segment. I think Sami and Kevin was compelling. Some might argue might have been a little bit in bad taste in the sense of I'm going to leave you in a wheelchair and I'm not going to provide for your family even when you won't be able to. I don't know. Did that go a little far? I was okay with it. But I could understand some out there being like, "Oh, this is a bit kind of outside what I'd be looking for," right? But for me, I was personally all right with it. Main events, love the gifts that Cody was receiving. I think people know I struggle with the weight belt thing because I think I'm struggling with the why does he keep telling him he wants his soul? It is like a Disney villain kind of telling the person they're trying to trick that they're trying to trick them, right? It is kind of like The Rock saying, give me your soul. I mean, like, if someone said to me, like, come and work for me, I'll give you loads of money, right? And you'll have everything your heart desires. And they're quite an unsavory person, and I'm not sure about it. The last thing I need them to say if they're trying to convince me is, I want your soul, right? I want your soul. Or they're going to start talking about the date my dad died or something like this. Like, that to me is where I'd be like, no, I'm out. I'm all right, thank you. I was tempted, but I don't think this is healthy, right? So I don't know why the weight belt has got Cody's soul written on it, right? And the even having the dates of Dusty on there, I think is strange. I think is weird. I think that belt could have been a Dusty Rhodes belt. I think The Rock could have said, when your dad passed away, it broke my heart. I don't want you doing the same. But the belt didn't need the date on it. The belt didn't need the date, right? And it didn't need to say Cody's soul, so I'm not going to keep banging on about it. I found that weird, which is a little shame, tiny shame. Doesn't ruin anything, but just a little shame because I thought the truck was great. I understood that. I thought the changing room, dressing room was great. I understood that. The food, I thought that was great. I understood that. All of that was great. It was just the belt at the end. I was like, oh, why are you doing that? Why are you showing? That's not going to make Cody, that's not going to make him think, oh yeah, that's the person I want to join up with. That's the person I want to join up with. So yeah, that was a bit strange. The reason why I think that this might tell a bit of a story that's not being told is I'm seeing a lot of people quite giddy about this episode. I'm fairly giddy, but I think I'm a little bit more feet on the ground. This was really good by 2025 standards. I'd say brilliant by 2025 standards. But I think by WrestleMania build standards, a lot of matches here getting good scores. A couple of little moments that we've kind of touched on I wasn't crazy about. Jacob Solo, I am struggling to get a read there. On the watch-along, I felt really good that Solo was going to be the face. But then there is that moment where he stops Tama Tonga going to the ring. And I'm starting to wonder now, are we starting to see some master plan coming into effect? I'm not sure anymore. So they have got me second guessing which way that's going to go. Kevin Sami, we spoke about that. The CM Punk segment, amazing. Loved what he had to say. The little backstage talks. Didn't understand what Drew was talking about when Drew was saying about you sold your soul ages ago. I didn't understand what that meant. So I don't know if there's going to be something that's going to pop up from the past. Some people thinking, could it be Stardust? But I really don't think so. And I don't think it's going to be like Legacy or anything like that. So, I mean, look, he's done heel stuff in the past. He's been a heel. So, I mean, we can find stuff, but I can't say that, I can't think or recall of anything where he's sold his soul, apart from getting into Legacy with Randy Orton, but I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to come of that, so... Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm very excited for Elimination Chamber. My score would probably be like a 7.25. I think I kind of end up there, to be honest. Maybe 7.25. I like the truck coming out at the end. It's always great to see vehicles getting involved. Normally we're tipping them over or slamming someone onto them or, well, in this case, gifting them. So that was fun. So yeah, I'm going to go 7.25. I think the matches would have needed to have been better, to have got closer to an 8. Had we have had like some more great matches in there, then might be looking at 7.45, knocking on the door to an 8, and then maybe just would have needed a bit of a surprise moment, something, then that would have got me into the 8 range. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable being at 7.25, but that honestly is a big improvement on where we've been recently, right? So let's just have a look at the scores, shall we? So I would be probably going into great. Probably going into great, to be honest with you, because I think that this show deserves that after what has been a very difficult 2025 for SmackDown. So, yeah, I'd probably just be slipping into great. And, oh, do we not have a poll? Do we not? I thought that was it, but that's NXT, isn't it? Okay. Let's get the poll done live, and we'll see if anyone votes by the time we've read some comments. That's interesting, because I thought we'd set up... Oh, it's clicked over into March, isn't it? That's true, actually. I did set them all up for February, but it is, at the time of recording this, now March 1st. So that might explain it. So, what did you think about... I would go with... Did you think about SmackDown? I would go with great, personally. But it would be very interesting. Date was the 28th, wasn't it? There we go. Lovely. Okay, well, we'll go back and there might be like 5 votes by the time we get back. So we'll see. But let's get to your comments then, shall we? Let's undo that. So Jacob Fatu Era said it was a really solid show. John Elite said, what was the botches during the kickoff show? Yeah, that was crazy. I love R-Truth. Seth went through MC Hammer's wardrobe. It was an awesome promo with KO and Sami. Can't wait for Elimination Chamber. Fatal 4-way for the tag titles at Mania. Well, we could certainly go that way. I mean, we've still got quite a long road, to be honest with you. So, you know, we are getting a big brawl at the moment. Can we stretch that out to like the middle of April? So that's like 6 weeks or so. So it's possible. It's not impossible. Homer said, if you're going to have a 3-hour show, I feel bad for you, son. So I don't think Homer massively enjoyed it. Brady said, the 31 seconds of Alexa Bliss we got was amazing. I'm excited to see what we get tomorrow from Alexa. Well, she's in the chamber, isn't she? So I'm sure you'll be getting more than 31 seconds. Eric said it was better. Muggsy said it was much better than last week. But how do you not beat last week? Surprise, surprise, LA Knight won the tournament. Yeah, that's a niggle, to be honest. That's a niggle. LA Knight Shinsuke. Shinsuke couldn't do it. Absolutely fine. So we do a tournament instead. LA Knight wins the tournament. We're right back where we started. Why do they do things like this sometimes, said Muggsy. Crazy BFT from LA Knight, though. Andrade versus Jacob was match of the night. Andrade almost had a JD moment on the barricades. 7-7-5, says Muggsy. Taker 1990 said SmackDown was much better. Too bad after the women's tag match there was no promos from Bayley, Naomi, Bianca, Roxanne, Liv, Alexa. Still, SmackDown January 3rd, Tiffy's cash-in was the best. Do you know what? It's going to be really interesting because I don't know. To be honest, I think you could be right. Maybe that one does pip this one. But that was such a good segment from CM Punk and Drew and Seth and everyone. Brendan, shout out to you. Sean Mack said they need to stop giving a mic to Logan Paul. Punk called him boring, and I completely agree. You don't put him on the mic with 3 of the best on the mic. FYI said, it's actually a go-home show for once. 7 out of 10. But you can clearly see WWE backtracking hard with that debacle last week. They really had to make Fatu do 2 matches tonight, really. But other than that, great promo for the men's elimination chamber, and it was a good show, in my opinion. Carl said it was bang average at best as usual for SmackDown. A US title show in the great American city of Toronto. That is true, actually. Did you hear, like, America getting booed when Chelsea came out? Knight having to qualify to be a number 1 contender again. Second time recently after it happened to Stephanie. Rox getting the win with her great team by pinning Bayley. Alexa is a criminal. Alexa is a criminal. I don't know what we mean by that bit. Oh, what, for attacking Roxanne? Naomi's Cam said it was awesome. Heel Naomi is upon us. The Daily Bugle Insider said, my score is... I don't know what this is going to be. Oh, not great. CT Dingo said, definitely better this week. I like that they giving Cody a taste of what he could have. I do feel like showing the day Dusty died on the belt would make you feel more reluctant to say completely yes. Having Punk and Seth help the show as well, they add so much. Jasmine said, I didn't watch SmackDown tonight because I was babysitting my niece. That means no rating, but Wyatt Six and Alexa storyline is a little similar to the movie Hellraiser. Well, it's really funny you should say that, actually, because Hellraiser was the reference from the Wyatt Six tweet. So it could be that is proven to be very inspirational. Ryan said, I think it was better than last week. Definitely. The Wyatt Six could get involved at Elimination Chamber. Alexa is going to join them very soon. Every time Logan Paul appears, I hate him even more. Cody will definitely not sell his soul to Dwayne. I would give SmackDown this week 7.7. See you tomorrow for Elimination Chamber. See you tomorrow, buds. Dice said, good show. Could have been great. Too many run-ins lately and not enough pinfalls. Men's tournament was good for last-minute booking. 7 out of 10. Sam Sham Slam said Seth looked like he had automobile upholstery. That was great. He did. Nothing says US Championship Tournament more than Toronto, Canada. Furthermore, nothing says wasted show more than having the man who won a match to be the number 1 contender already do it again the night he was supposed to challenge for it. I can't argue that. No Jade, no Wyatt Six, no Cena. 3 out of 10. I think the reason why I'm higher is I love that CM Punk segment. I really, really enjoyed Jacob Andrade. I know it was in a pointless tournament, but you can still enjoy the matches. And I thought that was so good. Like to see the solo Jacob development and that story continuing. I like the Wyatt Six glitch. I know that won't be enough for some, but I like the fact that we're still doing something there. And they tweeted out that, you know, it's happening soon, right? So I'm confident that we really are not far away. It could be Elimination Chamber, but I'm probably thinking more next week, next SmackDown, something like that. So I'm quite excited about that. I like the whole Cody truck stuff and the changing room and the chats Cody had. Certainly the one with CM Punk, I thought that was very good. So I enjoyed that. I didn't mind Trish coming out at the start. I like that line she had with the dad. I thought that was pretty fun. Tiffany against Chelsea. I did want a better name for Chelsea. I mean, they did sort of... There's some crazy rewrites going on at the moment. Like, they really teased a mystery opponent, didn't they, last week for Chelsea? And now this week, we just get a match being made. So what was the mystery opponent going to be? So that was a crazy rewrite. It does feel like a bit chaotic, to be honest, behind the scenes. But I think for me, it's all going to shake out, as I said, more like 7.725. And I do think this is a big improvement on last week. But yeah, 3 for you. If that's where you are, that is where you are. But James said it was surprisingly good. Matthew said it was a great show, and it proves my prediction on Cody will turn heel, and he'll shake The Rock's hand a la Vince McMahon and Austin at WrestleMania 17. I predict Cody will attack Punk after the Chamber match. Seth Gogards said, best SmackDown in a while. Loved The Rock and Cody angle again this week. It's cliche that they're copying a Bible story and a Satan archetype, which means Cody will refuse the offer. But it'll be wild to see what The Rock does to try and make Cody's life hell by proxy, said Seth Gogards. Mosey said, I thought SmackDown was a pretty good show. The big takeaway is Rock's belt that he has. I'm confused why it had Dusty's death date on. It makes tomorrow more exciting. I had Drew win earlier because of The Rock, and I'm going to switch my pick to Cena now, says Mosey. Well, people in the chat did point out that The Rock said, the day your dad died, was broke my heart. Don't break my heart again. So I get the reference, but I am also with you. Why did it need to be on the belt? Why did that date? He could have still said that line, but the date didn't need to be there. It is. I am with you. I am with you as to why did it need to be on the belt. Why did the words Cody's soul need to be on the belt as well? Mad Pete said it was a fantastic show throughout. Glad they have meaningful matches, even if the number one contender didn't change. Could nitpick at things here and there, but super minor. Hopefully RD is turning around the ship. 7.5 says Mad Pete. LA won back his number one contender spot back that I never thought he lost. And that crazy boomer, The Rock, strikes again. When did he become such a weirdo? It was going fine until he brought out that weight belt, and now I'm confused again. Chris, shout out to you, buds. Dean said this SmackDown was better than last week. Last week felt like the go-home show. This week it did not feel like the go-home show. Wish we never had the whole soul thing with The Rock, but love the stream, and I will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, buds. Raymond said, Daze, I thought SmackDown tonight was very good. Matches were decent. Nothing too exciting, but I'm curious about the Wyatt glitches. Otherwise, I'm going to rate SmackDown 9.5. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. See you Monday for Raw. What about tomorrow, Raymond? What about Elimination Chamber? Hey, what, you're just going to leave us, are you? Johnny said, good SmackDown. Probably the best one after the Tiffany cash-in at the start of the year. Opening segment with Tiffy and Trishy was a bit cold and cringe until Chelsea showed up. Yada I mean. Logan sucks. Rock needs to move on. Cody doesn't love you, boomer. At 675. Okay, El Patata said Roxanne winning clean was the best moment. Men's tag storyline got about a 1% progression. Way too slow. I get that they all want the smoke. Now, match please. Melo win was entertaining, but then it wasn't when LA just won. It felt like a loss of time. Same for the ending, so 5.5. Nando said, Andrade, my goat. Really hope he gets the US title by SummerSlam. Love Roxanne and glad she got her moment. Very strong promos and pretty solid episode. I'm excited for tomorrow. Real Wrestling Fan said the same as Raw go-home show. That didn't mean much, but I will say, love they are booking Roxanne Strong, and great to see Miss Bliss. I still believe that Chelsea and Piper might be the most interesting thing. Her dressed as the Mountie really got me. I flipping love that. By the way, Candice needs a big day tomorrow. It's her PLE opportunity. Yes. That's a really good point. I did say that on the stream, actually, that... she's worked so hard. She's put so many hours into being a wrestler. It really feels like, not now or never, but I suppose it is in a way. She's worked so hard to get to the dance. You're at the dance now. Everything has led to this. You're getting on TV. You're going to be on a PLE. Like, you need to shine. This is where you shine. Whatever trick you've got in your book, whatever you can do, whatever you can pull out the bag, do it. It's now. It is now. Like, this is her opportunity, so obviously she's got to do as she's told, but, oh, man, I hope this goes well for her. Uncle Revel said, I thought it started out hot with Trish, Tiffy, Chelsea, Piper. Then it slowed as we were going downhill. I didn't really care for any of the matches, and the show kind of dragged. Alexa and the Wyatt glitches always welcome. Then the ending happened, and it was dog's dinner. 6 out of 10. Uncle Revel, shout out to you, buds. Really appreciate those pictures. I hope that kind of came across in Unseen. To be honest, there was so much in Unseen, like, I'm sure people understand, because we had a pretty eventful SmackDown. We had an Elimination Chamber kickoff. There was actually quite a bit of news doing the rounds today, so it just meant that Yeah, it was stacked. I needed to get through it, but I hope like my gratitude came across. Callum said it was a very good show. Matches were great. I was excited when the Wyatt 6 glitch. Really enjoyed the men's segment. Yeah, Punk on the microphone is amazing. Very excited for the chamber. Callum, shout out to you dudes. Gio the Theo said it was a good show, but during the ending of the show, the only thing I could think of is Cody Rhodes should get a restraining order. He should. You're right. Get a restraining order against The Rock. Charlie said, would have loved it better if these two women were on there. Okay. Joey, shout out to you. That was in the glitch. The Great One said SmackDown was awesome tonight. That opening video package of the Rock segment should have been how long the actual promo should have been. My taint was tickled. Oh, great news. Shout out to you. Deadman Talking said it was a go home till the Cody Rock stuff, then it got weird. For me, it seems like The Rock keeps going in and out of Final Boss to real Rock and have a hard time trying to figure out if his character or if he's in real mode, even during the promos. Kelly said it wasn't bad for a show before a PLE. Rick's promo did not disappoint. We now have a Cody's Soul weight belt. It will be interesting to see what Cody does tomorrow. No Wyatts, just a glitch as I predicted. KO and Sami's promo was okay. Love seeing Roxanne get a Sister Abigail from Alexa. Logan Paul was cringe as usual. All I know is I cannot wait for Elimination Chamber. So 6 out of 10. There we go. Do you know what? I'm actually really surprised because I saw, and maybe I was just seeing like the comments that were quite full of praise. I saw a lot of comments that were full of praise for the show and that Road Dogg is cooking and all that sort of stuff. And I was sort of prepared to come on here and go, really enjoyed the show. I'd be quite happy with this each week, kind of this standard. I think that this is a great improvement, but I think there are still levels that we can go. Like, for example, the match quality could have been better. As people have rightfully pointed out, doing that United States tournament in Canada, which I didn't even think of, to be honest. Doing a United States Championship tournament in Canada and then ending up with the person that was going to be fighting for the belt at the start of the show anyway is pretty ridiculous. So, just changing those things, like better match qualities and that whole United States tournament thing, that would have made this show better. And so I kind of feel like this was fine. It was so much better than where we've been. Really appreciate the improvements. I hope we keep it at this level, if not go a bit higher next week and we don't dip back down again. But yeah, it's all about tomorrow, isn't it? Super excited for Elimination Chamber, and I'm really pleased to hear that some of you are as well. So let's have a look, see if the community has responded and if anyone has voted. We gave people about 15 minutes, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's refresh it and see. Did anyone respond in 15 minutes? I'm going to say 6 people. Let's guess. Here we go. 0 votes so far. Oh, 11. Okay. Well, I'll take that, to be honest. I was thinking 6, and it's come out 11. And, yeah, I would go great. I mean, look, I'm probably about here, okay? So I'd probably go into greats. But I can understand that. No, but, I mean, we have literally only got 11. I mean, we're basically cage match. But we've got no one saying that it was bad. Few people up there, but you can see where the book's going, right? So, yeah. I mean, obviously, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, this one had 454 votes for NXT. So, I mean, that's got a long, long way to go. But at the moment, yeah, I can vibe with where that is. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm going to run away and work on a few bits and bobs. But, of course, we will be back tomorrow. Big, big stream. Really appreciate all the support. We're going to see what's going to go down. And, obviously, it's going to be massive. Loads of talking points. So, thanks for the support. Massively appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow for Elimination Chamber. Bye for now.